morning, everybody. Happy Easter. I hope everybody is enjoying their Easter with friends and family, as you should be. So, I just woke up a few minutes ago, and what am I waking up to? Foodie Beauty talking about getting a stripper pole for her villa. Oh my God. What a thing to wake up to on Easter. Good Lord. So, I guess Miss Foodie, she has decided that she wants to get a stripper pole for the villa. Now, for those of you that do not know, I used to be a stripper for many, many, many years. And I worked in different clubs. And although I was never a pole princess, I know I could do a few tricks on the pole. I wasn't as advanced as some of the other ladies in the club. My hats go off to all the ladies in the club that could do amazing, beautiful pole tricks because they made it look effortless. Although it wasn't effortless, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of practice, and it takes a lot out of you. It's physically demanding. You have to have core strength, you have to have arm strength, leg strength, agility. It's amazing cardio. It's a lot to make those pole tricks look gorgeous and beautiful to watch. But here's Foodie, who's not so much of a person that she's active and she doesn't do any exercise. And just walking up a set of stairs makes her exhausted. And she's talking about doing something which requires at least a moderate level of agility and core strength to do. So I pulled up some pictures of different poles and what they look like, and I have some thoughts on them before we get into the community post. So let me just go ahead and share my monitor. So here's the first picture. So there are different models of stripper poles that Foodie could buy for the villa. Here is one of the models. It's a model that has a podium. If Foodie is going to get a stripper pole, I think this would be the safest way to go because it has a podium and it's not attached to the ceiling. She could maybe walk around the pole and be sexy walking around the pole, although it's not too terribly tall where she could climb up and do pole tricks. Still, that would be the safest way to go. Now, I will say that as far as stripper poles for the home, there are weight limits. I'm not exactly sure how much Foodie weighs, but when you're buying something like a stripper pole, especially one where you want to climb up and do tricks, and if it's attached to the ceiling, you want to be sure of the weight limit. You want to make sure that it's firmly attached. But Foodie, you're not someone that you own your home. You are renting the villa, which means if you attach anything to the ceiling and the floor, and if there's damage to the ceiling or the floor because of that, then either you or Pete's is going to be on the hook for the damages. So this particular model, it doesn't attach to the ceiling. You just simply put it on the floor. But take note, Foodie. Take note of all the clean, bare space around the pole. That is essential, whether you have a pole that's on a podium like this or it attaches to the ceiling, you're going to need a clean, bare space all the way around. Now, I've seen your house and I've seen the upstairs and the downstairs. I really can't see you putting this in your bedroom. There's not enough space. You've got the bed in the middle of the room. You've got your desk area. You've got your gaming chair. I really couldn't see a space where the pole could go in and you could make it work there. As far as the living room area, you've got the couch in the way. You've got box mountains everywhere. For you to use something like this, you would need to completely clean at least the living room area, get all the box mountains out, push the couch back away from the center area, and you might have some space there. But again, you're renting the villa. It's not a home that you bought. So if you buy a model where the pole attaches to the ceiling and you damage it because maybe you try to climb the pole and it falls down, if there's any damage, you're going to be on the hook for it, or Pete's is going to be on the hook for it. But of the stripper poles that you can put in your home, this might be the safest model for you. But this is something that requires, a little bit of room around the pole in order to work. So next model, and this is the one I do not recommend for you, Foodie. I don't recommend this model for you. So this is one that attaches from ceiling to floor. To me, that model doesn't look sturdy enough to support your weight. There's many videos on YouTube of people that have this particular model, the ceiling to floor one, the pole model, and they often end up falling. It detaches from the ceiling and then, they fall over. That would be of concern to me, that, you try to climb the pole and then the pole falls and you fall back against something and it can cause you serious injury. But let's just say the pole doesn't fall and you manage to get halfway up the pole, which again, I don't think you can do, because climbing the pole, that requires arm strength, leg strength. You don't have it. But let's just say you did try to climb up the pole. Can I just say from experience, Foodie, not opinion, experience, when you do pole tricks, ma'am, your legs are going to be bruised. And I mean bruised. If you're a beginner and you're not used to doing them, you're going to have bruises all over your legs, and they are going to hurt. Even if you take the cheat way out and you're wearing long boots over your legs, it's still going to be difficult and you're still going to be bruised. Your arms and your legs are going to be sore. That's just how it is. Okay? That's just how it is. Now, don't get me wrong, Foodie. If you decided to get a stripper pole and put it in and try to use it, that would be great content for all of us over here. We'd certainly welcome it. But I'm just letting you know right now, if you get serious about this and you decide you want to put a pole in the villa, you're risking several things happening. You're risking damage to the ceiling and the floor, which you and Pete's will be on the hook for. You are risking hurting yourself severely if the pole falls over. Okay? You're going to get bruised. You're going to get bruised. And you need a clean space in order to use a pole. Notice all the pictures I'm showing you. There's a clean, bare space. You can't get away with putting a pole in a landfill and then trying to make that work. It's just, no. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to do anything, Foodie. You're not. So here's another model of the pole. And it's sitting in a living room, and you got the couch sitting close by, you got the table. In order to even just to make that halfway work, you got to move the table, because how else could that work? But again, that model, it looks too flimsy. That would not be able to hold your weight, Foodie. Again, I don't know how much you weigh. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 to 500 pounds. And I'm not saying big girls can't do pole tricks. I've seen a few do it, but you just don't have the agility. You don't have the endurance. You don't have the core, arm, and leg strength. If you want to build up your core, arm, and leg strength by lifting weights, running, swimming, I would do that first, because this is not for someone that's just has no endurance at all, no agility, no core strength. You need all of that for pole tricks, Foodie. You do. Trust me. I wouldn't lie to you here. You need to have good physical health in order to do pole tricks, in order to work that pole. I'm telling you, I'm not steering you wrong here, Foodie. And here's an example of having core strength, leg strength, and agility, and what you can do with it. So take a look at that, Foodie. Take a look at that. Do you think you could do that? The moves she's doing right now, that means she's got very strong core strength. She's got leg strength and certainly arm strength. You think it's easy to do a move like that? Trust me, it ain't. It ain't. And another thing, can you imagine Foodie trying to do this in high heels? You wear flat shoes all the time. So are you planning to work the pole barefoot? Because I can't see you doing pole tricks in high heels like that. I really can't. If you're not used to walking in high heels and if you're not comfortable walking in high heels, I can't see you dancing in high heels. It's one thing to look at high heels, another thing to put one on, uh, especially platform heels. You know, stiletto heels are a lot harder. With the platform, you've got the lift in the front, which is a lot more comfortable. But so you're planning on working the pole. Are you going to have high heels on too? Because that's something you just don't do. How are you going to work both, Foodie? How are you going to do it? I'm just curious. Let me know. Let me know. So here's another move, Foodie. Again, look at her. She's got strong core strength, definitely upper body strength, strong back, strong shoulders, agility in the legs. I mean, that's a beautiful move that she's doing right there. But every part of her body is toned and she's got agility. She can move. That's an advanced move. That's advanced. I just can't see you doing that, Foodie. You would hurt yourself. Just crawling up the pole would give you bruises. It would make you out of breath. If you can't walk up a set of stairs being out of breath, how can you do something like this? This is something you need a good amount of health for. So you need to work on that before considering doing the moves. Last picture. So here again, here's the model of the pole that attaches from ceiling to floor. You rent a villa, like I said. So I don't think Mr. Landlord is going to be too keen on you attaching something and bolting it down to the ceiling and the floor without their consent, without their permission. And they're especially not going to be happy if the floor and the ceiling get damaged, because then they're going to have to turn around and fix it. And there's also all that bare space. Notice all the pictures. There's a big amount of space around the poles. Your house is filthy. It's disgusting. How are you going to work the pole when your house is cluttered up with everything? It's just not going to work, Foodie. It's not. You need to get your house together. You need to clean everything up. And if you're going to do a stripper pole, you need to do it in a place that you own so that Mr. Landlord doesn't have a conniption fit. So with that said, let's move on to the community post now that I've shown all that to you guys. So Foodie Beauty posted 3 hours ago, stripper pole in the Villa Art incoming. I'm serious. Jughead Jones says, I feel sorry for the people that will end up squished by her when she falls to the floor or wall. Rip to those people. I don't know if Foodie is on the bottom floor or the top floor. I don't know if she's on the bottom floor apartment or the top floor apartment. I don't know exactly. I don't think she's going to fall to the floor or the wall, but I can easily see Foodie hurting herself if she gets a pole that it's just a simple model that attaches from floor to ceiling. And if it does have a weight limit and it's not screwed in tight, I can see it detaching from the ceiling. And if she's even halfway up, you know, it's going to fall over on her and it's going to hurt her. It's going to hurt. And I hope to goodness that it's not near a wall or something that you bang your head. Entitled Relish Guy says, you have no idea how physically fit you need to pole dance. You need to be strong, athletic, and dedicated. You are none of those things. Well, Entitled, I just said a few minutes ago, you need a certain degree of physical fitness to be a dancer, especially to do pole tricks. The most that Foodie could do with a stripper pole is to get one with the podium, and she could maybe walk around it and act sexy, but not really climb it. She could get away with that. She could. But as far as being a pole princess, you need a degree of fitness and athleticism in order to make that work. And if she can't walk up a set of stairs, or if she can't walk for 2 minutes without being out of breath, pole dancing is not for her. She needs to start working out to get her core strength. She needs to lose some of the weight so she can have more agility. She needs to build up some muscle because, yes, dancers have toned muscles in their arms and their legs to do that stuff. She's not even close to what she needs to be in order to do the pole dancing. Astronova says, it's an amazing idea. Please do all of this on live. Well, you know what? I'm not going to turn it down for content. If she wants to get a pole and she wants to dance around for content, hey, we reactors, we would love it all day. Go for it, Foodie. Get a pole. But I'm telling you, you're going to wear yourself out on it. You're going to wear, and you might hurt yourself and you might damage the ceiling. And is Pete's ready to pay for the damages when you two move out? I'm just saying. A little bit of everything says, is this the same chick who can't sweep the floor without gasping for air, but she expects to climb a pole? I guess so. I think she's setting very high expectations on what she thinks her body can do. Foodie could prove me wrong. She could be trolling all of us with acting like she can't move, and then she could turn around and do pole tricks. And you know what? If she did, I would be the first to applaud her. But from what I have seen, she doesn't have any agility. She doesn't have any athleticism. She doesn't have a strong inner core. No arm strength, no leg strength, none of that. But she could shock us all and say, surprise, everybody. I was trolling you all that time by acting like I'm in bad health. Now what, bitches? I mean, that would be the shock of the century. But she wants to get a poll. Let her. We'll see the results of her getting a poll. Tiara D says, it's definitely a great workout. I'm here for it. Yes, you know what, Tiara? It is a great workout. It really is. But if you're not ready for it, like I said, you try to work that pole, your legs are gonna be bruised. Oh Lord. Doing pole tricks, you will bruise your legs. I mean, bruises all over your legs. Just climbing the pole. The little bit that I did do, I had bruises on the inside of my thighs going down. Yes, I did. Oh, it hurt. Even if you cheat and you try to take away at least some of the impact by wearing like long boots, like thigh-high boots or something, it's still gonna hurt. It's still gonna hurt. It's a great workout, but you have to be in good shape for that workout. Otherwise, it's going to be more severe. And if she's got trouble breathing, goodness gracious, she's going to have a heck of a time with the pole. The pole it doesn't spare any prisoners that way. Losing 100 plus pounds, gaining life says, good luck lifting your wheezing 400 pounds off the ground. Yeah, I would like to see how far she gets on that pole. I honestly, if she gets one, I sincerely hope that it's not a model that attaches to the ceiling, because there's chance of whatever her weight is, if it's not bolted down hard enough, it's going to detach. The pole's going to fall over if she's on it. If she's going to go flying, I hope she gets the podium model, because at least it's attached to something. And then if she climbs, then, she's not going to fall far. I am 40 and a success is nice. I didn't know you were back together with Natter. Word of advice before you grind against the pole, avoid the teeth. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. Tina Lawrence says, you'll walk around once and we'll never see that pole again. Added to the junkyard behind your chair. I agree. I agree. Foodie is notorious for buying things on a whim, and then she uses it maybe once, and then we never see it again. Case in point, y'all remember that magic butter thing she bought? Oh, she was all into the idea of making magic Canis butter. And then she used it maybe once, and have we seen it since then? No. So she'll get the pole, and she'll be giggly about it and set it up. And then she might use it once for one video or one live stream, realize that she looks foolish on it, and then it'll disappear somewhere, like up against the stairwell or something. She'll completely abandon it. Folia says, finally a freak accident arc, TG. Whew. Well, if she falls, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be painful, Foodie, I'm telling you. Sarah Grant says, well, at least you will always have Box Mountain to soften the falls. Well, and that's if she has any room to fall. I mean, because there's clutter in every inch of that house. There's box mountains everywhere. And like I said, if you do pole tricks, you need to have the pole in an area where there is nothing around you. There's a good area of space around the pole so that you can, climb up. And if you want to do pole tricks, you got plenty of area for your legs to do the aerials. She doesn't have that. Her room is too small for the pole tricks. The bottom area where the couch is, it's cluttered. Where exactly is she going to set up the pole to do these tricks? Where exactly is it going to happen? There's nothing there. She have to clean her house to make that happen. We know she's not going to clean her house. Epic Play says, get a ladder to climb the pole. If you fall, call the fire department. They're going to need about 20 men to pick you up. I just hope she doesn't fall against something serious like a window and fall out of a window. Or, Foodie, listen, I react to you doing the pole tricks. If you fall with that pole, there is a high chance of seriously physically hurting yourself. You could easily break your neck. You could cause yourself some serious injuries with that. You have no idea. This is not a good idea for you if you get one of those models that attach to the ceiling. You want to get one of the podium ones. That would be a lot safer. Lay Lib says, I don't think there's one that can hold 500 pounds of rhesus lard. Well, I do know that some poles do have weight limits. Again, I'm not sure about how much Foodie weighs, but she might want to check the weight limits for certain poles before she buys them. And if she exceeds the weight limit, maybe not get it, because something bad might happen to her if she does. Helen says, doing wheels around a pole in the chair won't cut it. Get Pete to give you a push up on it, or are you just going to be dancing around a broom? Larzapan says, crash and burn or topple and drop. Something tells me topple and drop. Swirling Dervish says, will it be set in cement? Also, you and your F-buddy Natter are perfect for each other. Yes, her and Natter are perfect for each other. They're both equally offensive. And honestly, for Foodie to do pole tricks, she would need a pole set in cement. That way it absolutely could not move. Just a simple ceiling is not going to cut it. It's not strong enough. It's not strong enough, Foodie. It just isn't. No, it's not. I mean, I'm not being mean saying that. This is not me fat bashing you or anything. I'm just telling the truth. If you're a lady of a bigger size and you want to get on the pole, you need a pole that is absolutely guaranteed not to move or not to come off. And a simple stucco ceiling ain't going to get it done. Let's see. Kenneth Kobe says, what did that poor pole do to deserve such trauma and disrespect? Indeed, what did it do? What did that poor thing do? Why are you doing that to the poor pole? What did it do to you on Easter, Foodie? Debbie Plum says, you'll collapse the ceiling, you beast. Well, there's a high probability that it will come loose and Foodie's going to go flying. It ain't going to be pretty. Let's see. Angel Noel says she's going to end up like the girl who didn't install it right and will just fall over on her and she will get really hurt. I don't know what girl you're talking about, Angel, but I have seen many videos on YouTube of ladies that they put up a stripper pole and they weren't at the size that Foodie is, and they tried doing pole tricks and the pole detached from the ceiling and they just went falling over and they got hurt. So that's what I'm afraid for Foodie, is that, she gets this pole and it attaches to the ceiling and then she's going to go flying somewhere. And I hope she doesn't fly into a pile of something or another where she gets further hurt. Hot dog with extra relish says, get a ladder too, because that's the only way you're going to be able to climb that pole. Pistachio Latte says, did you check with the landlord to see if you are allowed to install the stripper pole in your villa? The damage this could cause if you rip the pole out of the support. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Those things can cause damage to property. Yes, they can. And y'all keep in mind, this is the same person that she's got furniture in her house that's halfway put together because she tried to put it together and she just gave up. And also, remember that fire alarm that was the battery was going out and it was like that for forever and they never fixed it. How are they going to deal with a stripper pole? Neither Peach nor Chantal, they don't strike me as the kind of people that before Chantal uses the pole, they're going to make sure that it's as tightly attached as they can possibly get it. You know, I could easily see them just putting up the pole and leaving the top part on the ceiling and the bottom loose, and then Foodie trying to use it, and it just comes right off. But yeah, Mr. Landlord is not going to be happy if you damage the ceiling, Foodie. You know, and your name is not on the lease. Pete's name is on the lease. So that means if you damage the ceiling, that's further damage to the villa that he's going to have to deal with. Picket Fence Teeth says, girl, you can barely walk downstairs for your food. You really think you're going to be the next Cardi B before she was famous? Yeah, big ups to Cardi. I mean, she was making her money moves and she was dancing before she got her career in music. But it's not easy. It's not easy doing the money moves on the pole, Foodie. It ain't. It takes a lot out of your body. You know, you got to be in at least decent physical shape. And you always practice with the pole. And in the meantime, while you're practicing, you're getting those bruises. Your arms hurt, your backs hurt, your legs hurt, all of it. It is not for the faint-hearted. It just isn't. Let's see. An astronaut says, this is so childish. To stop seeing and or mentioning Natter. His toxicity is killing your brand. I tried to laugh at the thought of you on a stripper pole, and all I can do is think about how you gave a racist abuser a platform. Yeah, she gave him the platform. She introduced him to YouTube. She did that. Yeah, she did. Her fault. She gave him a platform, and then she was the one that was filming all of his videos and doing his thumbnails. Yeah, she fully supported him being on the platform. Yeah, she did. And also telling him about memberships too. Let's see. Pam Willis says, more money that you're going to waste, that you're never going to use it, and more boxes for Box Mountain to accumulate. Box Mountain will be up to the ceiling soon. Pam, it's already on its way there. She's got several Box Mountains going on in that villa. Soon it'll be nothing but Box Mountain. Jedi says, disinfect the pole, please. Yeah, that was something in the club. Dancers would often disinfect the pole between other dancers going up. Yep, she won't do it. She won't. Oh, no. Larzapan says, Chantal on that pole spreading BV up and down the 3 inches she can lift off the ground on her tippy toes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, God. It's too early in the morning to think about that. Larzapan, what are you doing putting that image in my head? Cut that out. Stop that. Gina Dodson says, stripper poles have a weight limit. In reply, Thai Baby says, there are some that can handle her bulk. The key thing is they actually have to be properly installed. That's not happening, though. No, I don't see that either. Mary Helton says, they are renters. They can't install anything without consent, so it's never going to happen. Yeah, it's just an idea she's talking about. She ain't serious about it. Thai Baby says, true, but people break that rule all the time. Yeah, they do. They either get told to remove whatever it is right away, or they have to it back the way it was on, or they have to have it back the way it was on vacating. That said, it's never going to get properly installed anyways. They'll put it up themselves. It'll be rickety and rip right out. Yep, I'm predicting that. I do. Because her and Pete's, they're not about doing things correctly. Beth Smith says the body smear fluids on that pole. Oh, please don't put that picture in my head. I'm drinking my coffee. Y'all rude people. Y'all rude to me this morning. It's Easter. I'm drinking my coffee. You're putting pictures in my head that I don't want there. Oh my goodness. So that's it for the comments. Oh, you know what? Before I get out of here, let me just see if there's any more comments. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more. Let's see. Is there any more? Or is she deleting most of these? Let's see. So a lot of people talking about the landlord and you know, you really are not allowed to do that. I agree. A lot of people concerned about her toppling over, and I said that. Oh no! Oh no! Barbie C says we will witness Humpty Dumpty have a great fall. Oh no, that's awful. Oh my goodness, y'all are brutal. It's Easter, and y'all are brutal today. Goodness gracious. Sunny Day says this will end badly. Yeah, it will. It will. JC says, will you have Pete's get the box at the door and set it up? Do you realize how hard it is to do tricks on a pole? Yeah, I can confirm that. I used to work in the clubs. I've talked to dancers. Those pole tricks are hard. They take a lot out of you. You know, many dancers I knew would come off stage after doing theirs just kind of out of breath, and they were in better shape than Foodie. It is, or is this going to be don't fat shame me moment? How about being serious about just cleaning the litter boxes or taking a shower? Yeah, listen, if Foodie wants to do pole tricks, like I said, she needs to get herself in much better shape, because the shape she's in, it ain't going to cut it for a pole. It ain't. It's not me fat shaming. It's no fat shaming over here. This is just being truthful. Just being truthful. You know, she needs to know. Everybody needs to know. Mood says, I'd rather you mukbang in a hot tub. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, let's see. People are asking what kind she ordered. Well, I showed you a couple of models that are out there. Let's see. Yeah, like Ingrid says, LOL, when you can't even stand to do dishes, right? She can't stand to do dishes, so she wants to work the pole. How are you going to work that, Foodie? We'd all like to see. Let's see. Somebody's saying get professionals to install it. Oh, goodness. So there's a lot of people making comments about Foodie's idea for getting a stripper pole. You know, back to this. If I were Foodie, this would be the model that I would get if she is even going to get it. I mean, she might be trolling the crap out of everybody on Easter. But if I were Foodie, this would be the model that I would get. That seems like be the safest bet right there. One with a podium. But again, Foodie, you're going to have to clean up that messy, disgusting house in order to use it. That's not a small item. It requires a decent amount of space. Okay? So you might want to get started cleaning up that villa, breaking down those boxes, taking all the trash out. You're going to need some space for a pole no matter where you put it. Your bedroom's not going to work. There's not enough space up there. Your living room might work, but only if you clean that sucker up and got all the garbage out. I would not go for this model. That's not strong enough, Foodie. That's not strong enough. And again, take note. There's plenty of space around that pole. You can't have clutter in boxes and whatnot all the way around. You're going to have to clean. There's no way around it. You want something like this, you have to clean. You have to clean, because this crap right here, see that? See the poles right there? There's hardly any space. There's hardly any space. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. And trust me, you will not be able to do tricks like that. You're not going to be able to do tricks like that. Personally, I'd like to see you put on a pair of high heels like that and try to walk, let alone dance in them. Trying to dance with stuff like that, yeah, not going to work. You're used to flat shoes. How are you going to dance in high heels, Foodie? How are you going to balance yourself? And that's something else you got to use for pole dancing. You got to learn how to balance. You know, you got to balance all your points. You need, like I said, you need core strength, leg strength, arm strength, back strength. You're not even started with that. Take it from somebody who used to do it. You don't have those things. You just don't. Look, strong back, strong arms, strong core, strong legs, all of it. That's how you make those moves look effortless. You got control of your body. There's a great deal of discipline and control that goes into it. You don't have it. So that's it for the community post. And I've given my thoughts on Miss Foodie and her idea of the stripper pole. Foodie, listen, just be careful, okay? As a reactor, I look forward to you getting the stripper pole. I just hope you don't seriously hurt yourself, because you can easily seriously hurt yourself doing it. But if you want to do it, I recommend the one with the podium that doesn't attach to the ceiling, and that way there's no damage to the ceiling, and there's no damage to the floor. But honestly, if you get a pole, all I can see you doing is walking around the pole and acting like you're doing something, but you're not going to be able to do much. But go ahead and get the pole if you want to. Great content for us. So that's it for this React video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and have a great Sunday afternoon.